Hello 3D printing friends! Today on the BV3D channel we're going to see what's inside this box. Stick around and we'll get into it right after this. I'm Brian and you are watching BV3D. Hi, welcome back. Hey, if you're new here and you're wanting to learn about 3D printing, 3D modeling, and other 3D printing related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, so today we're going to see what's inside this box. That's right, it's an unboxing video, and the box that we are unboxing is the Alien3D UFO Mystery Box for February of 2021. I don't think I've ever said the word box so many times in a single sentence, ever. It's been a while since I did one of these, so I think it's about time. The Alien3D UFO Mystery Box is a monthly subscription box for 3D printer users. Every month you get 4 20-meter filament samples so you can try out different filaments without having to buy an entire spool. You also get a 3D printing related tool or accessory. You get a project to make with your 3D printer, so that means you'll download files to print, and if that project requires non-3D printed parts or electronics, those parts are included in the box. Except maybe batteries. Batteries are not included. There's usually a bit of candy in the box, and maybe a few stickers or swag from 3D printing community members and companies too, just to brighten your day. So that's the stuff that you get every month, but some months you get extra stuff like free product samples or coupon codes. And each month one subscriber is randomly selected to receive the Mothership box. And that box has everything in the UFO, plus a prize from that month's sponsor. Previous prizes have included filament-based 3D printers, resin-based 3D printers, Raspberry Pi Octoprint rigs, and other cool stuff. And you get all that for $36 a month in the US with shipping to US addresses included. But Brian, you might be saying, you just told us what's in the box. What's the mystery part of it then? Well, I told you what kinds of things are in the box, but you never know what specific things you're going to get until you open it up. That's the mystery part. So what do you say we specifically see what's inside this one? First up is the info card with the URL for this month's box right up top. Let's go check that out. You can't leave footprints in the sands of time while sitting down. Those are words of wisdom. I would counter that by saying, you can't leave butt prints in the sands of time if you're up wandering around. Neither footprints nor butt prints are 3D prints, which is what we're here for, so let's continue on. I see logos of the various companies whose products are in this month's box, and a message from Josh mentioning the project for the month, which may optionally involve glitter. There's a note about the accessory. There's a comment about shipping delays. We did have some pretty severe weather around the middle of February, which threw things into disarray. And there is an apparent lack of stickers, but they'll make an appearance in next month's box. Next up, there's surprise! That explains these two boxes that came along with the UFO this month, and we'll talk about these more toward the end. Here, subscribers would see discount codes for 3D Fuel, 3D Gloop, and Ziltech products. Oh, for the past 7 months now, the end panels of the UFO boxes have had an image on them, and each one is part of a larger picture, like rectangular puzzle pieces. And this is the one for this month. And here's the information on this month's project. This is where you'll find the downloadable files that you can print out and the assembly instructions so you can put it together. Okay, well, let's actually start getting the stuff out of the box so we can see it in all its glory. First up is 3D Filament USA's fluorescent green PLA+. Now this is kind of an interesting color. It's not a super bright day glow color. It looks more like a gentle translucent green, kind of an Easter basket grass color almost. It prints between 180 and 220 degrees on a bed from 40 to 60 degrees, and I'll set that right over here. Next is Toolot's Veology Red PLA. A good Valentine's Day color, but since that's just passed, this could make a nice accent color for 3D printed 3D printer upgrades, as long as you're not using them near the hot end. I'm thinking of things like belt tensioners, screen bezels, knobs, cable chains, and stuff like that. This prints between 190 and 200 degrees on a 50 to 60 degree bed, and they recommend a printing speed of between 30 and 60 millimeters per second. Next is 3D Fuel's Bubblegum Pink PLA, and this is kind of pastel, but it also seems to live up to its namesake bubblegum color. It prints between 190 and 220 degrees on a bed up to 60 degrees, and the recommended print speeds are between 40 and 100 millimeters per second. Given its pastelish appearance, I may use this along with that fluorescent green for something Easter basket related next month. Now, last but certainly not least is MatterHacker's Gold Build Series PLA. Now this is kind of a medium golden yellow color. I'm not sure what I'll use it for right at the moment, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. This prints between 190 and 220 degrees on a bed up to 60 degrees. Okay, so that's it for the filament. What's next? The accessory. This is the Powerbuilt finger driver. It's got a square 1/4-inch socket drive on one side and a 1/4-inch hexagonal drive on the other side. You could use this for nozzle removal if you've got a socket to match your nozzle size, or you could use this with metric hex drivers to work on your 3D printer. Plus, of course, you could use this with any 1/4-inch drive socket or screwdriver set for various and sundry maintenance or assembly tasks around the house. Next, we have the project parts. Set these right out here. Earlier, when we were looking at the Alien3D site, we saw that the project was a magnetic sand clock. So here's the clock mechanism and some magnets and some ball bearings. Probably can't really see them too well through this bag. Behind this brown paper is an acrylic sheet, which I think is going to be the clock face. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that batteries were not included, and that's still true. But also, apparently, sand is not included. Josh said that he used glitter. I have a kid, so there's glitter in this house. Oh God, is there ever glitter in this house? So, what's left in the box? Snacks. So, there are 3 chocolate hearts and 2 heart cakes. Next time someone says, "Eat your heart out," you'll be able to. Do people still even say that anymore? I'm going to put all this stuff back in the box like I always do when I make these unboxing videos. There's the project parts, and the snacks, and the accessory, and filament, and filament, and filament, and filament, and the info card. We'll close that up. And done. Okay, let's set that aside. So this is the Mothership Prize for the month, and I'm really excited about it. This is a pair of Big Tree Tech's SB42B closed loop stepper motor kits. And no, these were not actually inside the UFO box. I knew something was up when I got the box because it was inside a larger cardboard box along with these 2 stepper motor kits. Now, regular stepper motor drivers have no idea what their attached motors are doing. They just send pulses to the electromagnets in the stepper motors to make them turn a certain number of steps in a certain direction. But closed loop stepper motors and their drivers have their remarkable ability to know whether they've been able to move the number of steps that they've been told to move. These stepper motors are, for lack of a better way to put it, smart stepper motors. They have a board on the back, and there's a screen that goes here, and you use that screen and these buttons here to configure it. The big benefit to using closed loop stepper motor drivers like this is that they know where they're supposed to be, and this is supposed to eliminate the possibility of layer shifted prints. Now, I think these are designed to plug into the stepper driver sockets on a printer's mainboard, so that means that I can only use them on a printer that has socketed stepper motor drivers. Now that means that my stock Reality printers aren't going to be able to make use of these unless I install an aftermarket board that has sockets for the drivers. So I'm going to have to look through my inventory of printers and see what I've got that can make use of these. Maybe there's a video about these in the future, Okay, that's cool. Now, I've been a subscriber of the Alien3D UFO Mystery Box for, well, I was going to list a number of months, and I guess it's been 32 months now. I've basically been a subscriber since the very first box. Now, most of them have been good, some have been great, and I'm not going to lie, there's a few that have been meh. But overall, still a pretty good deal for 36 bucks. Now, I don't always make all the projects, and that's okay. Not all of them appeal to me, but they may appeal to you. There's a link in the description so you can check out all the past UFO boxes in the UFO Reveals section of the Alien3D site. and see what the accessories, projects, and Mothership prizes have been. Well, 3D printing friends, that's about all the time we have for this episode. And now that we're at the end, let's go print something cool. Hey, real quick before you go, I wanted to say thanks for being one of the super awesome people who sticks around all the way to the end, and thanks for all the likes, comments, and shares. And an especially big thanks to those who directly support what I do. You're all wonderful for doing that, and I really appreciate it. If you liked this episode, a thumbs up would be great, and if you'd like to help support the channel, check the description for ways you can do exactly that. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's absolutely free, and it's an excellent way to help keep me making these videos for you. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time here on the BV3D channel.